I just finished Crescent City, and I was actually supposed to read this with Amy Garlitz as a buddy read. I've tagged her below, like last January. I didn't know much about the synopsis. All I wanted to know was like, I know people are really big fans of Sarah J. Maas, and I wanted to know what that was about. So this was her first adult fantasy, and I really wanted to sink my teeth into that. But I didn't really know what the plot was before picking up the book. I just picked it up and started reading it. So at first I was like, OMG, is this going to be a fantasy where we have real life party girls? Because we don't actually get that much in fantasy. People will go out and like party and do stuff, and then maybe something bad happens to them, and then, they figure out who they are. I thought that was probably going to be a really cool angle to go with, because for the most part we get really, really, really clean people in fantasy, except for maybe grimdark fantasy, but that's even more dark. So this would be kind of like a, oh, society doesn't like you kind of way to go, even though society loves them. And then I was like, oh my gosh, is this going to be a Thelma and Louise situation between the two main, Bryce and Danica? And if this isn't a fantasy book, it needs to be, we need to have a fantasy Thelma and Louise. Obviously, this is not what happened. It went more like this.
All judge me if you want, but I do not care. I have never, ever been happier.
Yeah, so I thought the world building was good. I thought the setting was very interesting, but also brought in elements of stuff that we already know, so it's easy to digest. And there were some progression to acquisition elements to the story, but the characters, I just did not like the characters. The characters did not seem likable to me at all, and the romance was super flaccid and forced, for my opinion. So this is all my opinion. But yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be picking up the second one, but I'm happy other people, really enjoy what they want to enjoy.